Hi, this is Brian Wall with worshiptutorials.com. I have a lesson today for you on finger style or finger picking when you're playing guitar. This is going to be sort of an intro, and we're planning to do a series of lessons on this. So this is just going to be an intro, and I might show you a basic pattern or two to play to get you started. So the first thing, just to demonstrate what I'm talking about, it's this kind of thing. Okay, so the first thing you want to know about this is we're going to match up fingers and strings. So I like to go at this sort of systematically when you're thinking about finger picking. So the first thing I do is, well, you've got 5 fingers. So I like to take my pinky and plant it on the body of the guitar, usually right here, kind of right near the sound hole of the guitar. Now, not everybody does this. It's not something you have to do. It's just what I was taught and how I kind of do it. And the reason I do this is it kind of anchors my hand, because each finger is going to correspond to a string when you pluck the string. So your thumb is always going to get the bass or the root note of the chord that you're playing. Typically, this is going to be the low E or the A string. Sometimes it's going to be the D string. For example, the D chord, the root note, and the bass note is that D string. So in that case, your thumb usually is going to cover these 3 bass strings. That leaves 2, 3, and 4 fingers. Your index finger, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. That's how we talk about how we number our fingers. So the index finger 1 is always, in my case, the way I do this, it's always going to pluck the G string. Your second finger, your middle finger, always is on the B string. And then your third finger, your ring finger, always hits the high E string. So whenever we want to pick out a pattern, it's just a matter of which fingers and what is the progression of finger plucking that I'm going to do. Which fingers are you going to use? So again, we anchor with our pinky, and then the thumb gets the root note, and then 1, 2, 3 on G, B, and E strings. So to practice this and put this one into practice for you, let's just play a G chord. And I would like you to use this very simple pattern of thumb 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 1 are the 1 and 2 fingers. The strings that you're hitting are going to be E, G, B, G. Okay? Technically, you're going to be playing these in 8th notes. So if you think of our count as 1, 2, 3, 4. The ups and the downs constitute the 8th notes, and you count them as ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and thumb 1, 2, 1. 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 Okay? The secret to this is going to be to start slow. So start with a slow tempo and just pick it out. Thumb 1, 2, 1. Thumb 1, 2, 1. 2 things you're going to want to do as you practice. The first thing is to get faster. So we started slow. Once you get comfortable with that, pick up the pace a little bit. You just want it to be smooth. And you want to make sure that the right fingers are plucking the right strings. The next thing you want to do is switch chords. So thumb 1, 2, 1, thumb 1, 2, 1. Maybe switch to a C. Would help if I played the right note. And back to G. Now you notice when I switch to that C, I'm going to do it again. Switch to the C. My thumb is hitting the root note. In the case of the C, it's the A string. on the 3rd fret, which is a C. Let's switch to a D. Now my thumb's going to hit the D string. Go to an E minor. The root note is the low E. You could also play the A string. Back to a C. And then end it on a G. Okay, so when you practice, work on getting faster and then work on changing chords. Ultimately, the goal is you want the changes to be smooth. So when you change chords, at first it's going to be like this. There we go. Got to the C. And then go to a D. So you want to, if you're just starting out, you're going to find that that's what's going to happen. But you want that to be a smooth transition, and it'll come with time, so just keep practicing. And there you have it. That is sort of an intro to finger picking. That's the way I go about doing it. We'll have more lessons coming up in this series soon. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey, this is Brian with worshiptutorials.com. The music that you hear in the background right now is called pads, and I believe pads can help completely transform your worship sets. They can help you create awesome environments. They can really help you with transitions and just help make everything smooth. So what pads are is a sound bed that helps create warmth and atmosphere. If you head over to worshiptutorials.com by clicking the link here in the video, you can sample the pads, you can listen to the actual sounds that you will get, you can play along to them to see how they might work in your workflow. What you get are 12 MP3 files. They're 20 minutes long each. There is one file for each of the 12 major keys. These pads are not progression specific, so that means you don't need a click track. For example, if you're playing a song in the key of G, you can just play the key of G pad underneath your song, and anything you play in that key will just fit right in. It'll be seamless, and they just sound great. So head over to Worship Tutorials, check them out. I hope that these are helpful for you. Thanks.